Hello BSS, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here then just welcome. Hi, my name is Brenda and I am here with
Brandon. And also we're looking at ourselves again. We gotta look at the
can you move it?
I know, it's really distracting.
But yeah, I do mostly paranormal videos here on my channel, so if that is something that you are interested in, please consider subscribing down below and turn on your post notifications so you do not miss when I post another video like this one. Now with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Guys, I quickly had to interrupt the video once again to thank Rose Forever New York for partnering with me once again and sending me another beautiful bouquet of roses. This time around I chose these white roses in this velvet box. I think the black velvet box are just the most easy to incorporate into any home, no matter what style you have at your home. But yeah, these are the beautiful roses. Look at how amazing they look. Let me just tell you guys a few facts about Rose Forever New York's company. Rose Forever is a New York-based brand that launched in 2019. They design luxurious rose boxes with natural 100% real roses that last up to 1 year. They are preserved with natural oils and come in various colors and box designs, which are made of vegan materials. There are so many options to choose from, you are sure to find something to match your style. They make a great gift or piece of decor to add to your home. Make sure to go check them out. Their info will be in the description down below. Also use my code BeyondBSat25 for $25 off your entire order site-wide. And yeah, thank you once again, Rose Forever. I love working with you guys and I really appreciate you guys working with me again. And now let's get back into today's video. Alright, so as you guys could tell, today we are reading some more subscribers' paranormal stories. So this is stories that are submitted by you guys to me, to my email that you guys already know, or you should know. It is beyondbsatparanormal@gmail.com. That is where you can send your scary stories into me so I can read them here on my channel. And yeah, as you guys can see, Brandon is here joining me with today for today's video. So we're gonna read some of these scary stories and kind of discuss them together. So it's always fun to have him here, so I don't have to just like say one sentence to myself and be like, okay, next story.
That way I can come in and be like, that's fake. And then everyone loves that.
And so everyone could be like, wow, this guy's so annoying.
Hey, I mean, it's good to have some skepticism, right?
Yeah, because I mean, sometimes when I do read them, I'm like, oh, well, maybe it could have been this. And I always give like suggestions for what it could have been.
I'm like, maybe not.
Like, maybe it was a ghost.
You're Mulder, I'm Scully. Yeah, but like to a degree, we meet in the middle.
Yeah, sometimes we're like, okay, you know, it's possible.
We have a lot of sexual chemistry on screen.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today, you guys. So I hope that you guys are ready to get spooky.
Ooh, I just got chilled.
But yeah, if you guys don't know who this is, he's in a few of my videos, and you guys will see him mostly on my vlogs on my other channel. But you want to tell him about your channel?
Yeah, my channel is called Padawan, and I do like movie related stuff on there. Sometimes I'll just post like a random vlog. It's honestly just a channel that anything I'm feeling at the time I will do it, but most of it is movie related. I'd say 90% of the content on there is like a movie review or a reaction or some sort of like movie news kind of thing. And yeah, I haven't uploaded in the past couple days, or past couple weeks actually, but I plan on doing a reaction soon. And also I think there was an idea from one of your subscribers to do like a live reaction, something like that, which we'll kind of do that in the future, but we're trying to set it up and figure out which movie we're gonna do. So yeah, look out for stuff like that on my channel. It's really fun. And yeah, if you enjoy it, remember to this is a twofer, but if you subscribe to my channel, you have to subscribe to hers. It can't just be mine. So, and usually people will tend to go to your channel for more consistent stuff because you're doing this like every week, right?
Yeah, at least I'm trying to. It's always something comes up where I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't get to film, so no video for you.
Yeah, I'm more like every couple of weeks kind of thing. So yeah,
I try to stay consistent, but yeah, so that's his channel. Go check him out. But at the end of this video, I always have his stuff at the end of it and in the links in the description and all that good stuff. So enough chit chatter, let's get into it and let's see what we have in store this week from my subscribers.
What do we got? Is this from December?
No, this is a little bit more recent. I think I got past all of those.
Now we're in January.
Yeah. And then I was gonna upload one of these that I had filmed separately, but I lost access to the audio, so that's why I probably am getting to some of these stories that have been sent to me earlier than the ones in the other videos. So, but that other video will come soon, probably next week. All right, so let's go ahead and get into story number 1. And this one is sent to me by Ami Ibarra. So let's see how lengthy this is. Not too lengthy of a story, so let's go ahead. And she says, "Hello, Brenda. My name is Ami, and you can go ahead and say my name. I love your spooky videos so much, so I wanted to write in one of my stories and hopefully hear it in one of your videos soon. This actually happened to my mom when she was a little girl. When my mom was around 6 years old, she saw a man all in red. She says she was with my grandma out in Nayarit, Mexico, in El Centro in broad daylight. My mom said she was pointing at the red man, trying to show my grandma, but my grandma didn't see anything. In fact, no one was paying attention to this weird-looking man. My mom says he was all red, including his skin, with bright, white, perfectly straight teeth. He had 2 horns on his head and a red stick with spikes. My mom remembers him calling her over with his finger while waving at her and saying hello over and over. My mom now wonders why it happened and what would have happened if she went to it. Thank you so much for reading my story. I definitely have more and will be writing in some more soon. Love you, girly, and have a great day. XOXO, Amy." Thank you so much for sending that in, and I hope to hear more of those. But let's see, what did you think of this story? So basically, I think she's saying she saw the devil.
Yeah. I instantly thought of, what was it? Is it the Powerpuff Girls? Or no, there's like this some animated show where there's like the devil. It's like the cartoon version of the devil and always has his butt out. And like, I don't remember which one it is, but do you know what I mean?
It has its butt out?
Yeah, he has like a really big butt. Like, I don't know. There's like this cartoon devil and it's like exactly how you're describing it. It's kind of like a thick boy. But yeah, it sounded like you were describing someone in a Halloween costume. But maybe this is what you saw, like as a child, you were like, oh, the makeup was so convincing. You're like, this is the devil. Or maybe it was the devil and he just dresses like that. Or she, you know? I thought that was interesting. So
I mean, I thought it was weird that nobody else was seeing it.
Yeah, that part, I guess. Yeah, that.
Our grandma was like, she didn't put on her glasses and she was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Or they're being mean and they're like fucking with her or something like that. Because, you know, parents can be like that. They're like, I don't see what you're talking about. And it's your uncle just in a costume.
They're like, we're just going to ignore this because I don't know why your uncle's wearing that today. But yeah, so it's still creepy, whatever it was. Because at that age, if I were to see, even if it was somebody in a costume, I would be pretty scared. I'd be like, what the fuck? What is that? Yeah, definitely would be scared. So yeah, good story, Amy or Ami. I'm sorry, I don't know which one. I think I pronounced it Ami in the beginning, but I don't know which one it is. I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong. All right, so Brennan is going to read the next one.
Real story. The night I saw the devil's shadow.
Another devil.
Oh my gosh. It's carrying over from the other story. It's like the MCU. Everything's tied together. Wow.
She saw the same one.
No name, though?
Yeah, you could say the name. It doesn't say anywhere on there that you can't. So.
Okay. So I'm going to say your name, but if you want us to remove the name in the future, let Brenda know, and she'll do that.
And this is story number 2, by the way. So we moved on, in case I didn't say that.
So story number 2, real story, The Night I Saw the Devil's Shadow. This is a story submitted by Emily Ramirez. So it starts with this. Hey, Brenda. This story happened not too long ago. I'd say around October of 2022. Just for some background, I've lived in the same home my whole life, and creepy things have always happened around here. From things to seeing shadows moving, hearing strange sounds, feeling like we're being watched, and full-on apparitions. Anyway, a couple of months ago, my little sister and I were up eating a midnight snack at the dinner table. We had a bag of chips on the table that we were sharing. I remember we were both doing our own thing on our phones while talking about different things and showing each other TikTok videos. For some reason, I started telling my sister about the movie, The Omen, because I had recently watched it after not seeing it since I was a kid. Since she had never watched the movie, I was telling her about the plot and things I found creepy about it. While I was talking to her, she was looking down at her phone, but would look up every so often. She had the flashlight of her phone on because we didn't want to turn the actual kitchen light on since it was pretty late at night. If we turned on the light, it would wake up my parents since it lit up the area they sleep in. Suddenly, my sister looked up from her phone to look at me, and I remember the look of shock and fear on her face as she looked just to the side of me. I was sitting next to the refrigerator and noticed she was looking at it. I looked in the direction she was looking and got scared when I noticed that the flash from her phone was casting a shadow on the fridge that looked a lot like the devil. The shadow looked extremely realistic. We could see all of the facial features, the horns, cheekbones, the nose, lips, and chin. Basically, we were looking at a side profile of his face. When I realized the shadow was being cast by the bag of chips, I immediately crumbled up the bag and moved it out of the way. For some reason, instead of leaving the kitchen, my sister and I sat there in silence and tried to process what we had both just seen. Once we somewhat calmed down from the shock, we tried to debunk our own fears by attempting to position the chip bag the way it was when the shadow appeared. No matter how much we adjusted it, it just didn't cast the same shadow. We both brought up the fact that I had just been talking about a movie that's literally about the Antichrist when the shadow appeared. I tried to rationalize by saying that it could have been anything, but my sister insisted it could have been a coincidence. She told me that the shadow didn't look like that the whole time, that it had transformed at some point when I was talking about the movie. What made this incident even creepier was that I had also watched The Exorcist a couple of days before it happened. I know this seems far-fetched, but it's just something that really creeps me out when I think about it. Something chills me to the core is that my sister says that the shadow was positioned to look straight at me. I caught a glimpse of it before moving the chip bag, but it didn't fully register in my mind until she brought it up. The next day, I told my mom about what happened, and she told me to pray because the incident was a really bad omen. It's safe to say that I won't be watching demonic movies or content for a while because this whole thing really freaked me out. I haven't seen anything like this since, and I hope it stays that way. And then a sweat emoji and one of these. One of the Kevin McAllisters. That's a really well-written, at no point did I, have to pause to, kind of, get around to it because it was, very well-written and, had a beginning, middle, and end. I like the way you wrote that, Emily. Good job.
Yeah. Thank you, Emily, for that creepy story. And, yeah, honestly, what a weird thing to suddenly see after talking about stuff like that. I feel like maybe it's the universe's way of telling you to stray away from that kind of content or whatever for any kind of reason. Who knows why, honestly, but still pretty creepy. Funny that you guys kind of realized that it was just a shadow from this, but very weird coincidence for it to be exactly that silhouette. It could have been anything, honestly. It's just a bag of chips sitting on the counter. What are the odds for it to look exactly like that and then freak you guys out? It was pretty good story to me. I don't know what it could have been. I don't know if it was actually an apparition that you guys saw, but very detailed shadow, hard to explain.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of that movie that we saw last year, I think. We watched this movie called The Night House. And you remember how there's certain angles that the house conjures up these images because it's those pictures that you'll see in those books growing up as a kid where you find the optical illusions. Is it a vase or is it two faces looking at each other? It kind of plays on that. And that's what I was thinking of with like the chips shadow, or the bag of chips shadow, casting like a shadow that looks like the devil's face. Yeah. And I thought like that's exactly what I was thinking of that movie.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
I think. Yeah, it creeps me out, even if it mostly is shadows, or like the empty space between like a door and like a cabinet or something. It makes a perfect silhouette of somebody, and then every single time she turns around, she like realizes that it's just this illusion of the house, just because of how the framing is with everything, like the door frame with the cabinet or whatever.
It's so
creepy.
good.
Yeah, it's really good.
Those are my favorite parts of the movie. Like towards the end, I didn't really love the ending, but like all of like the trick imagery of like when she moves, she starts to see the image form, and like sees a silhouette of like, is this spoilers, but like her dead husband. Okay, but yeah, like little things like that. I was like, oh, that's so cool. That's such a fun thing.
Even with this, like even if it was just the shadow of the chips being casted on the refrigerator from the flashlight, like that would still be enough to scare me. I'd be like, why does it look like that? I'm like, I don't care that it's just the chips, but like, why specifically that? Right?
Were they flaming hot chips?
Yeah, that's creepy. And it wasn't even just like your basic like the horns, right? It was like everything from the side profile. It was made perfectly. That's creepy. I don't like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
I would have also been like, you know what? I'm not going to watch any. Well, I already don't. I don't really like possession or like devil movies, really. They're kind of boring. Okay, but thank you, Emily. Really good story. We really enjoyed it. So let's go ahead and get into story number 3. And you guys know I usually do these in 3s. So this is going to be our last story for the video. So this one is sent in to me by Filipinas Ho, or aka Lily. She always sends me stories on here all the time. She always hooks me up. And she titles this story Gossip Boy XOXO.
You?
It says, hello to everyone who's looking forward to Fridays for Brenda's content. Let's go get entertained. Yeah, let's go. Alright, it says, about 7 years ago, my sister-in-law invited us to celebrate a festival honoring their town's patron saint. There was a religious procession that we did not attend because we are not religious. For us, it's just all about the insane amount of food and the camaraderie. I don't know how to say that. The city.
You want to phone a friend?
Yes. Insert voiceover with the correct spelling.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie. The city. Oh, wait. Was I over here? Okay. The city mayor set up an arcade, a mini circus, and even organized a beauty pageant for drag queens. It was lit.
Oh, wow. Very progressive.
Yeah. The city mayor did that.
Wow.
That's cool. Wait, was this at the same thing? Was it at this religious procession?
I'm trying to like this religious procession, and then the mayor. Like, this is the most forward-thinking city I've ever heard of. Is it? Let's read it back.
Yeah, it says.
They're like, by the way, these are two separate things.
Okay, okay. Well, they didn't attend the religious procession, and then it says for us, it's all about the insane amount of food and the camaraderie. I can't say that word.
Come. Got him.
Camaraderie.
Rod.
Camaraderie.
I
don't like the way it's.
Think of robbery, but with D instead. Roddery.
Camaraderie.
Camaraderie.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you for joining our lesson on how to say camaraderie.
I was like, they said come like 8 times.
Okay, and then it says the city mayor set up an arcade, a mini circus, and even organized a beauty pageant for drag queens. It was lit. So I'm guessing these are 2 different events. I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, let's continue. It says, when we got back to their house feeling exhausted, we all gathered to chill while having cold drinks. My sister-in-law suddenly shared a story, starting with an introduction that at first I thought was going to be a juicy gossip. Well, it was, but with an insanely dark twist. One day, my brother told her "Our neighbor's kid is pregnant, the high school girl." My sister-in-law laughed and asked, "How the heck did you know, and why are you telling me this?" My brother explained that he saw this monster on the roof of the house where the girl lived while he was getting the car ready for his drive to the office. He worked night shifts at the time. According to my bro, it's a human form female that sat like a dog with extra long tongue and piercing red eyes. The aswangs are a myth. Ashwangs.
That's exactly how I'd say it.
Are a mythical creature here in the Philippines, believed to have an insatiable appetite for the unborn and newborn babies. A month later, the pregnancy was confirmed. My sister-in-law, who was in an 8-year relationship with a man whose elder family members were practitioners of dark magic, was not really shocked anymore, but still went speechless for a minute upon hearing that the girl in that house was indeed pregnant. According to my brother, he did not really get scared because from what he understands about these creatures, if you're not their target, you have nothing to worry about as long as you don't appear threatening. Nothing happened to the pregnant girl and her child, probably because people in that town are very superstitious. They must have done all the precautions against those thingies. Now, last week, in that same area where my brother used to live with his wife and her family, called Talisay, a video of 2 girls wailing went viral after they allegedly saw a mananagal. These are really hard to pronounce. These are like mythical creatures. I'll just put the word on here. Another one of Philippines' mythical creatures. This one got a distinct feature of having bat wings and the ability to separate its upper and lower body. And then she just says, "Thank you so much for taking time to feature my story. I have been so stressed out with life lately, and your channel serves as a distraction and comfort. It has been about 2 years, and I still feel the same thrill towards your work." Oh, you're so sweet, Lily. Thank you so much. But also, like, she just tells me about this mythical creature, and she's like, "Okay, that's it." She's like, "Thank you." Yeah. Like, what? This creature with bat wings can separate itself in half. Like, what the?
That's cool.
That's creepy. But so the video was taken there because somebody allegedly saw this creature. I need to look that up.
Yeah.
It went viral. That means it's still.
I can Google it.
Yeah.
You want to Google it?
Let's Google it.
Let's look it up. So asswangs.
No, this one is somebody who saw a manangal.
Oh, but that's still pretty good. Aswang is an umbrella term for various shape-shifting evil creatures in Filipino folklore, such as vampires, ghouls, witches, viscera suckers, and transforming human-beast hybrids, usually dogs, cats, or pigs. So it's kind of just like a blanket term for anything folklore within Filipino culture. And then, what's the second term?
The other one is manangagal. It's MANAN.
Ah, okay. Popped up. Okay. Oh, interesting. So it really is just like it's like the vampires from Van Helsing, that movie I was telling you about, but just ripped in half. So the manangal is a mythical creature in the Philippines that separates from the lower part of its body, and their fangs and wings give it a vampire-like appearance. So pretty much exactly how you described it.
Yeah, and then so there's a video of 2 girls wailing that went viral. So is there an actual video?
So 2 girls wailing? I mean, let me see, viral video. Man, it'd be cool if there was a link. Was there a link in the? No. Okay. Viral video, 2 girls wailing. Let me see, there's a TikTok here. And that's gonna.
Manananggal.
A mythical creature who is a full woman by day.
This isn't showing us anything.
Yeah, and I don't like the way she's telling the story. She's telling it kind of like condescending. She's like, whoever believes, like her tone is like, whoever believes this is stupid.
Idiot.
She's talking down to me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, who knows? Maybe they took it down
If you have the link, please send it, because that would be
in
cool.
the comments.
2 girls wailing. Like, is it like
You should have just
it's
put
like shrieking
sighting.
or?
Yeah, I don't think it's on the internet. It's probably Philippines internet.
Well, it's probably like deep in there because like
Yeah.
all the stuff that you look at like mananga, like sighting or like viral video or whatever. It's just like people talking about like how creepy it is.
Yeah, it seems to be like the folklore of it. But yeah, super creepy either way. This creatures sound terrifying, honestly. And so basically the crazy part about the first half of the story is that before your brother actually knew for sure that the teenage girl was pregnant, he kind of predicted that she was, just because he saw that creature on the top of their house. So he's like, somebody in that house has got to be pregnant because this creature is looking for a newborn or an unborn child. And then you guys come to find out that she actually is. Like, that's crazy. I would have been like, what the
Pregnancy reveals are getting out of control.
Yeah, they're like, you want to find out how someone's pregnant, just see if you find this creature on top of their house.
Like, wow, wait for the gender reveal. It's gonna be crazy.
That creature's like, I don't care if it's a boy or a girl, I'm gonna eat it regardless. Yeah.
Like you know how like things are kind of inspired, like folklore, or like creatures are inspired from like events or like something tragic in the past. Like, what's the story behind the mananga? Like, is it like, I don't know, is there like a tragic backstory for the creature? Are they like a species? Are there like a bunch of them that kind of like, you know how what's it called, where it's like help me here, like when a wives' tale, right? When they tell you these scary things to prevent you from doing things.
Yeah.
And like as a kid, is it kind of like that,
Yeah.
where they're like, don't get pregnant, or the mananga is gonna eat your baby or something like that?
Yeah, that's the only part that I'm just like, what was the purpose of this specific legend? Because I feel like almost all of the folklore legends, urban legends, whatever, they all have some kind of purpose for why they were made up. And sometimes it is just something where people maybe saw something similar to that, and then they kind of just took it like a whole other step. They're like, yeah, I don't really know what I saw, but let me just make up this entire thing about what I potentially saw and why that creature was there. You know, maybe it was like somebody's like daughter or something. They didn't want her to be pregnant, so they were like, oh, this creature, if you get pregnant, it's gonna take your baby.
It's a Republican's worst nightmare, isn't it? An abortion monster.
Yeah, because it seems like it'll take it from you before it's even born. Like, you're gonna probably be dead. It's gonna eat
Anyway,
it
not to
alive.
get political.
But yeah, really interesting. I had never heard of either of these, and they're really interesting. I think this is the second time where you mention some kind of folklore or mythical creature in one of your stories that I had not heard about. Like, the other one was that horse with like a man's body but a horse head that was like smoking the cigar on the tree. That one was that one was pretty wild too.
That guy sounds cool.
Yeah, I was like, damn, this guy's just chilling. He didn't really seem like he had a purpose. He just was watching them from a tree, smoking a cigar, and just like, how's it going? Like,
He's a
there was nothing
reverse
else.
centaur.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that is going to be the last story, as I said. I hope you guys enjoyed these. Let me know which one was your favorite story, which one creeped you out the most, and whether you want us to look a little bit more into these creatures. Maybe we can talk about it in somewhere else, or cover some of these creatures from the Philippines, because apparently you guys got some crazy mythical creatures over there. I don't know what they're what's in the water over there. But yeah, let us know in the comments down below, and thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed those stories, and please send more in if you have any. As I said in the beginning, I only read them from my email, and it has to be the beyondbs@paranormal@gmail.com, because I have received one so far on my business email, and that one's not the right email. Okay, guys, you want to say anything else?
Sorry, I've been distracted. There's like a fly flying around. I want to. Anyways, nothing to plug here. I'm just having fun. I'm hearing all your stories. That's really cool. And also her submissions. I've been kind of doing these with you for a while, but like the writing has been like much better. Like it's just like a lot more detail and things like that. So I really appreciate reading your guys' stories. It's really fun.
It's nice when you guys like break it up for me. Different paragraphs, formatting, MLA citations. Just kidding. But yeah.
I'd say like drop links if you are referring to like a video or something like that, or like if you have like anything to kind of pick it up, like provide links if you like to. Like I could add some fun context to it.
Yeah,
that's it.
Because I like when you guys put in pictures too, because you guys help me like visually picture stuff, because sometimes it's hard to know exactly what the setup is, like what you guys are talking about, like what these places are. So when you guys enter in pictures, and then I could put them on the screen here for everyone else to see so they can also visualize it, that's also really helpful. But yeah guys, that is gonna be it. And before I do end today's video, today's comment shout out goes to this person right here. Thank you so much for leaving a nice comment. As always, I really do appreciate it, and it really makes my day. And if you want to be the next comment shout out, all you have to do is leave me a nice comment down below, and that's it. Yeah guys, thank you so much for watching all the way to the end of the video. Hopefully I will see you in the next one, and don't forget to stay safe and be kind. Bye bye. Peace. And that's a wrap.
Why you copy me?